Hi Gemini, welcome to your May 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Gemini, overall the energy for you for May. Well, I have to be honest, I get it as you kind of fighting with your own thoughts. I feel that for you, you have an idea of something and an idea of the way that it should go, but I also get a feeling around this of a revelation, something coming out that may change your thinking when it comes to this outcome. I feel that you have an outcome that you have in mind. Now let's get with the reading here. We'll start with the Six of Wands in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, because I do feel that, Gemini, there's been a feeling around you in general of finding it difficult in terms of dealing with with challenges in your life recently. It speaks to me of you feel unrecognized. You feel that others aren't recognizing you for who you are. Because I get that you are someone who is looking for others to see you in a certain way as successful, and yet you haven't been feeling that way. Some of you may have been feeling quite down, actually. So there's an energy around you of, I do get retreat, and of course we have all done that recently, most of us anyway. Some of us have been super busy. Others of us have had to retreat and be by ourselves for a little while. And for you, Gemini, I feel that was particularly difficult because you do like to be around other people. You do like the mental stimulation of being around other people, bouncing off ideas, that kind of feeling. So the energy that I'm picking up around you, Gemini, is having a little bit of difficulty coping with not having your ideas recognized. Yeah, you have a certain amount of originality. I get you as an original thinker. You are someone who likes to be seen as having solutions, as being the problem solver, as someone who has a lot of, well, I get people come to you for advice, for knowledge, and people not coming to you with that, it makes you feel a bit down, and that's what I think you've been missing, is having those conversations where you can really stretch your intellectual muscle. It could be in the workplace, or it could just be socially as well. Now, I also get a feeling with the Four of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Cups that emotionally, that emotional part of you also has actually taken more of, I want to say, more of the back burner. I get you putting your emotions on the back burner. Why is that? Well, I feel for you, the main focus has been more on achieving a certain outcome. You have some kind of motivation, and the emotional factor hasn't been weighing heavily on your mind. It's mainly been about reaching that outcome. I keep getting that energy, reaching the outcome. There's something that you feel very inspired, something that you have this idea of, and that you see a certain outcome for you at the end of it. And the emotional quotient hasn't really played part there at all. Now I also get, with this Ten of Swords in the reverse, as what's been missing here, which is the emotional part of your life, has actually caused you some distress, has caused you pain, although you're not admitting it. Yeah, I get you withdrawing that emotional side of yourself, not showing that side of yourself, Gemini. Now this has hurt. You have suffered hurt, you have suffered pain, but not dealing with that, not acknowledging it. It's really kind of kept it there, just lurking beneath the surface, but these swords are still sticking into your back. They're still there. They're still there. Although they're hidden, they're still there. So you've suffered pain, you've suffered some trauma, but not dealing with it. And I think that what you've done here is you've taken your emotions out of it, so as not to feel that part. But by not feeling, it doesn't mean that deep down the pain isn't still there, but somehow on the surface you're saying, no, everything's fine, I'm fine. But really, you're not. Yeah. Now, I get you trying to plant a seed for the future. Got the Page of Pentacles, but the Sun's in reverse, so it tells me that there hasn't been any growth. There's been a lack of water. And what do you need to grow a seed? Well, you need water. Water is emotion, Gemini. So you haven't been able to achieve this outcome because you haven't watered the seed, because your emotions have been closed off. So you've been going for something here, I feel, an outcome, but taking the emotional quotient out of it has actually led to failure, or led to not getting the result that you want. Yeah, you felt like you had to take your emotions out so not to be hurt, but it's had the opposite effect. Now, Gemini, the energy around you, we've got the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. So at the present time, things are in some chaos, some conflict with someone, I feel, around you. And the energy that I'm getting around them is one of someone who likes things a certain way. And they're not really someone who reveals a lot about them, their own internal emotions. They're more fact-based. So this is someone who, like you, likes that verbal sparring, likes that originality of thought, likes to hear ideas, likes to talk a great deal about their ideas. But the emotion isn't there. So, Gemini, I feel like we're talking about someone here who's in a partnership, or has tried to make a partnership work, where there are two people here who are not revealing their emotional side. It's very cold energy, actually, very clinical. Now, the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Devil tells me that you're still trying to work this out with this person together. So you haven't left. There's still a tie, but it's an unhealthy tie. It could be some codependence that I'm picking up here, or any kind of unhealthy behavior that keeps you tied to this. I feel it's more about an outcome, being attached to an outcome. You know, if we get involved with someone and we place a lot of expectations on the relationship at the beginning, and we say, yes, we're going to plant this seed here and we're going to watch it grow and we're going to achieve X at the end, like marriage, a business partnership, whatever. Being attached to that outcome here is kind of keeping you in it. You're refusing to walk away from this because you've said, no, this is what I have put all of my efforts towards. I've put all my eggs in this one basket. It's going to work out. But the thing with this is you have the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune both in the reverse. So Gemini, it tells me that the flow around you, the flow of emotion, the flow of the universe is not there. It's blocked. So what I feel here is that things aren't moving in your life at the present time because you're not able to get access this emotional part of yourself. The side of yourself which is more intuitive based, more of that feminine aspect. This seems to be a lot to do with power, authority, control, wanting to control each other, to control an outcome, but not really about emotion, love, care. The thing is, when we plant that seed and we want this garden to grow, because it seems like you're looking at the garden as the outcome, right, Gemini? If you can imagine that. Well, what do you have to do? The best thing here is to plant the seed, yes, but give that garden lots of love, lots of water, lots of sunshine, lots of warmth. I'm getting very cold energy around this reading. And a total lack of emotion. Total lack. So whoever I'm speaking to here, Gemini, this partnership that you have, whether it's it could be a family member, it could be a lover, could be a spouse even, a friend, a business partner, there's no connection. It's all very much... It's all very much an attachment to the result. Wanting things to work out regardless of how we feel, because it seems to me, I'm speaking to a Gemini here who has blocked out that emotional side of themselves because it's caused them too much pain in the past, and it's just taken to this more clinical route in forming a relationship. But because the love isn't there, because the caring and sharing, the emotional quotient isn't there, it hasn't grown. So the result hasn't been achieved. But the motivation here has been to achieve a certain result. Now, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, Gemini. So yes, it is about what's going to pay off long term. I feel this is the motivation for you. It's not really about love at all. It's really about something that's going to pay off in terms of value, reward. So the thing is, you don't want to put a lot of effort towards something that isn't going to give you this outcome, whatever that might be. And I feel for some of you here it's more material, meaning it could be money, it could be property, something tangible, something that you can see, something that has value at the end of the day, and you could point to it and say, yes, I put all of my effort into this because look what I have, Gemini. So it's more about that. Now, we also have the Seven of Swords. So what I'm getting here is that there may be, in order to get this thing, you're thinking that you may have to do it underhandedly. I also have the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. So Gemini, it seems that there's someone around you. I get a fire sign, could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, male or female, and they seem to be in a good place. They have a house, they may be married, they have the standing, they have the status. So this person is someone who you admire, or someone who you have your eye on, and you're looking at them as having something that you would like to have. I get the marriage, the home, money, all of that. But you're thinking, how do you go about this? You may even think that this person has done something underhanded, some of you Geminis. But there's a feeling around this of some sneaky behavior in order to get this result. There's this attachment to a result. Now we also have the Two of Swords and the Five of Swords in the reverse. So Gemini, I get you needing to see the reality of the situation, to pay attention to that more intuitive side. The thing is, if what's what's preventing you from seeing what isn't working in your life, what isn't working out in your favor, is this lack of emotion. It's like I'm talking to a Gemini who has made a choice, set their sights on a certain goal, and no matter what their gut feeling or their intuition might say, they refuse to believe that. They refuse to pay attention to that, and they just continue with the original idea to get this result. For some of you, it's a person, but I feel it's an attachment to a particular outcome. It's this reward and result, reward and result. But the thing is, you need to get real clarity about whether or not this is even achievable. Because I feel if we're talking about stealing an idea, stealing someone, stealing something from another, well, that's going to be a problem. Because what you don't realize is that there's something quite stable around that person. So whatever you're thinking you can get from that individual, I don't feel that you'll be able to. If this is something that you feel you can, that someone else has, and that you're going to get it. I was getting that in another reading for Gemini the other day as well. So that's for some of you, not for all of you, of course. The majority of you aren't looking to take something from another. For the majority of you, it's mostly about recognizing when to call it a day if something isn't going to pay off, and let it go. Because I get you being very motivated for achieving this result. Having lacked success in it in the past, feeling quite down, feeling that things were unstable in your life, ignoring any kind of difficulties, and really kind of ignoring the emotional quotient. It's not like we're talking about something that you're going after because you love it. No, it's not that. It's just that you have this outcome attached to it. It's an outcome. It's like you need to win. You need to be the winner, or you need to succeed, or to be seen as succeeding. But the way that I'm viewing this around you, Gemini, is that you need to see this a different way. A change in perspective here, and a less attachment to getting this result, winning, if you will, is going to be able to, it's going to free you. It's going to free your mind. It's going to unblock the energy around you, and things will start to flow again. Because I feel that by keeping yourself in this state of, I need to win this, it was mine to win, why does somebody else have it, that kind of thing, is blocking you. It's blocking you from actually achieving a result that is meant for you. You know, it's kind of like if you're in a relationship here and it's something that isn't meant for you, or you're going after a relationship with someone that isn't meant for you. That's the way that I'm feeling around this. The thing is, if you're looking for love here, Gemini, yet because of past hurts you've shut down in order to protect yourself, in order so that you don't feel any pain, or whatever you want here, more money, whatever it is, yet you're doubting yourself, expecting to fail, expecting not to succeed. And there's an energy around you of if I can't get it by believing in myself, but by doing something that I feel I'm going to be successful at, it's like you feel like you have to take it another way. So there's this intention that you have that's hidden, and it's a very powerful force. Now, the pull of your emotional history is what's driving that intention. So it's time to clear out those conflicting thoughts, those limiting thoughts. You know, the universe is abundant and there's more than enough to go around. You don't have to take whatever this is. especially if it's taking from another. That's for some of you. It's not all of you, Geminis. There's more than enough for you. There's more than enough to go around, Gemini. So whatever this motivation is, it's about intent. Here it's not something that's attached to your heart chakra, so it's not something that you feel love for. It's just a question of winning, or feeling like you need to win against somebody who has I don't know, gotten the job, gotten the man, gotten the house, whatever it is. That lack of belief in ourselves, believing that we are unworthy, or believing that we can't achieve what other people have achieved, it keeps us in a mindset of lack. So the thing here, Gemini, is rather than seeing yourself as an unsuccessful person, or believing yourself not to be able to grow something from seed, to plant your own garden, and rather than stepping into a garden that's already fully grown, that somebody else has grown, it's about you starting with your own seed, your own purpose, and releasing this attachment which has become toxic to this wanting to win this other thing, because it's something that wasn't meant for you. It's not meant for you, Gemini. Wow, powerful reading with this, guys. Yeah, definitely an energy around this of planting your own garden, not stepping into a garden it's already grown by another person. So let's see. We have the card of divination from the Fairy Oracle. So this is the ability to assess your current situation with clarity. That's going to be important. You need to look at the situation, look at your intentions, look at what's around you. See, because I feel that if this is about another person and some jealousy, or looking at someone with envious eyes, to look and see what they have, and not be blind to the truth here. Because I feel that whatever that is, it's stable around this fire sign, Gemini. It's stable. So you're going to have to see it for what it is, the stability around that, and walk away. That's what Spirit is saying. See this and cut that out of your life. And go and plant this other seed. Plant a seed that you can grow. But the thing is, you can't block yourself off from these emotions. You have to be able to access those emotions in order to grow from seed here. You have to come from a place of feeling worthy, feeling abundant, not feeling inadequate or not feeling less than, in order to grow that garden. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Gemini, and wish you all the very best with this. If you'd like a personal reading, please do email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're a newcomer. I'd love to have you. And special thank you to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Please do continue. I do these on a month to month basis. They're more general readings. And with this one, Gemini, it just seems like you've gotten attached to something and believing that it was yours to win, and it seems like somebody else may have gotten what you wanted, but I get that there's something else out there for you. Whatever this wasn't meant for you. So I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. Wish you all the very best for the rest of May. Please take care, and bye for now.